Nobody cares. That's the raw, unfiltered truth. The sooner you accept it, the sooner you stop being soft. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's staying up at night worrying about your missed opportunities, your excuses, or your sad little reasons for not showing up. People respect outcomes. They follow winners. They listen to strength. So if you're standing there whining about how hard life is, let me stop you. Life is hard for everyone, but only a few turn that pain into power. Only a few say, screw the odds. I'm winning anyway. You think you've got time. You think the world will understand. You think your lack of motivation is a good enough reason to quit. But while you're rationalizing your laziness, someone else is grinding. Someone else is training, working, building, every single day, without complaint, without applause, without rest. And that's the person who's going to take what you want. That's the one who will dominate while you're too busy blaming everyone and everything for why you're stuck. Here's the truth that makes weak people uncomfortable. The world does not reward potential. It rewards performance. It doesn't care about your dreams unless you're willing to bleed for them. Your story, your struggles, your heartbreaks, they might be real, but they're not unique. You're not the only one who's suffered. The question is, what did you do with it? Did you turn your pain into a weapon, or did you let it turn you into a coward? You need to stop asking for permission. You don't need validation to get to work. Winners don't sit around hoping someone will notice their pain. They channel it into drive. They get up every day with a chip on their shoulder and fire in their belly. They train while you sleep. They study while you scroll. They win because they outworked everybody else when no one was watching. Success isn't complicated. It's brutal, but it's simple. It belongs to the ones who show up relentlessly. Not when they feel like it. Not when everything's perfect. But every damn day, through fatigue, through failure, through frustration, they keep pushing. That's the mindset you need to win. Ruthless consistency. Your background doesn't matter. Your education doesn't matter. Whether you grew up poor, rich, broken, or privileged, none of that determines your future unless you let it. What matters is how hungry you are. What matters is how far you're willing to go. And most people aren't willing to go far. That's why they live average lives. That's why they talk more than they act. That's why they sit on sidelines watching others live the life they wish they had. Stop looking for shortcuts. There are none. The only way is through the grind. Through early mornings, late nights, and thousands of moments where no one sees you, no one claps for you, and no one believes in you. And yet you keep showing up. That's power. You want people to believe in you. Earn it. Build the kind of results that silence every critic and every doubt. Results speak. Excuses don't. Here's a truth you need to tattoo on your mindset. The pain of discipline is always less than the pain of regret. You can suffer now, build now, sacrifice now, and live with pride. Or you can coast, play it safe, stay comfortable, and live with regret, forever wondering what could have been if you just gave it everything. People out there are hungrier than you. They're not smarter, they're not better, but they've made a decision you haven't. They've decided to go all in. No plan B, no excuses, just relentless execution. That's the standard you need to hold yourself to. And yes, people will doubt you. Good, let them. Use it. Let their disbelief light a fire so big inside you that they have no choice but to watch you rise. Let their silence fuel your grind. Because one day the same people who ignored you will be the ones asking how you did it. Stop talking. Start doing. Show the world who you are through your actions, not your words. Because at the end of the day, you either get the result or you don't. No one's handing out trophies for trying hard. No one's awarding participation medals in life. You either dominate or you get dominated. So what do you want? Do you want comfort or do you want victory? You can't have both. If you want to win, really win, you've got to treat your dream like war, not a hobby, not a side project. War. You wake up every day with the mindset that you're gonna outwork everyone, outlast everyone, outthink everyone. And when you get knocked down, you get back up like it didn't happen. Because winners don't break. They bend. They adapt. They evolve. You don't need more chances. You need more discipline. You don't need better luck. You need better focus. You don't need softer circumstances. You need to become harder, sharper, hungrier. Your future is being built right now, in how you show up, how you grind, and how you handle discomfort. So stop waiting, stop hoping, get angry, get obsessed, get dangerous. Because when you give it your all, every ounce of energy, every drop of sweat, every second of your focus, you become unstoppable. And when you become unstoppable, the world has no choice but to make room for your success. Give it your all, or don't bother showing up. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like the wind, unreliable, unpredictable, and soft. It shows up on good days, when you're well rested, well fed, and the weather feels just right. But discipline, Discipline is built in the dark. It's forged in the silence of early mornings, when no one's awake, and it's the only reason anyone ever wins long term. You don't need motivation, you need a mission, and that mission needs to become so non-negotiable that your emotions don't get a vote. People wait for motivation like it's some divine spark that will rescue them from mediocrity. They keep scrolling through videos, podcasts, and social media looking for that one quote that'll change everything. But here's the reality. No quote, no clip, no podcast is going to do the work for you. You're not going to wake up every day feeling fired up. You're not going to want to work when you're tired. You're not going to be excited when the results don't show immediately. And that's where 99% of people lose. Because they think feelings matter more than consistency. They don't. Discipline is doing the thing anyway. It's cold, calculated, and emotionless. You don't ask yourself, do I feel like it today? You say, this is who I am. This is what I do. It becomes part of your identity. And when your identity is aligned with discipline, everything changes. Your energy sharpens. Your focus strengthens. Your self-respect skyrockets. Because now you're not reacting to life. You're creating it. People don't understand what it actually takes to become great. They think it's about feeling good, being in the zone, or having some magical burst of productivity. No, it's about doing the boring, repetitive, painful tasks every single day when no one is watching. It's about mastering the basics over and over and over again, until you can't get them wrong. That's the secret to champions. It's not glamour. It's not hype. It's relentless, boring consistency. And the problem with most people is they're addicted to novelty. They want everything to feel exciting. They want the process to be fun. But life isn't a Netflix show. You're not going to be entertained every step of the way. You're going to be challenged. You're going to be tested. And if you haven't built the muscle of discipline, you're going to quit. Discipline is freedom. The more you develop it, the more power you have over your life. You don't rely on motivation. You don't rely on perfect conditions. You become self-generated. You move when others stall. You act when others hesitate. And that edge, that's what separates the great from the average. That edge is the reason one man wins while 10 others are still making excuses. Do you think soldiers wait to feel motivated before they train? Do you think entrepreneurs wake up every day excited to deal with setbacks and rejection? Do you think elite athletes feel pumped before every workout? No, they do it because they're professionals. They've made a choice. They've set a standard. And that standard doesn't change just because their mood does. You want to become someone unstoppable? Then stop chasing motivation. Build systems. Set a time. Commit to it. Eliminate negotiation. You don't debate with yourself about whether to work. You just do it. You don't rely on a good mood to go to the gym. You go. You don't wait to feel inspired to study, you open the book. Winners are not magical, they're just disgustingly consistent. And that level of consistency requires you to kill your inner child, the part of you that wants comfort, that wants approval, that wants to take it easy. That version of you is the reason you're stuck. That version of you wants motivation. The version that wins is the one who shows up with zero emotion, and still executes with precision. Your biggest weapon in this world is your ability to do what others won't. And most people won't show up without motivation. Most people won't keep going after the first rejection. Most people won't train when they're exhausted. Most people won't read when their mind is foggy. And that's your edge, because if you can be the one who does it anyway, you're already ahead of 99% of the population. People want the results, but they don't want the repetition. They want the lifestyle, but not the sacrifice. But you don't get to pick and choose. If you want to live like the top 1%, you've got to train like it. Think like it, act like it. And that means putting discipline above everything, above feelings, above opinions, above comfort. Discipline also bleeds into every area of your life. It's not just about business or fitness. It's how you speak, how you eat, how you show up. If you're disciplined in one thing, it becomes easier to be disciplined in everything. That's why you start small. Wake up early, make your bed, say no to distractions, stick to your plan, and over time those small wins stack. You build momentum. And that momentum turns you into someone powerful. You have two paths, the path of feelings or the path of discipline. One leads to regret, the other to greatness. And every day you make a decision about which one you walk. So ask yourself, are you going to let your emotions dictate your life? Or are you going to master them and dominate? It's easy to be average. It's easy to talk. It's easy to make excuses. What's hard is doing the work, especially when you don't feel like it. That's where discipline is born. In the trenches, in silence, in discomfort. So stop waiting, stop hoping, lock in, build the discipline. And once you do, you won't need motivation anymore, because you'll already be a machine. And machines don't stop, machines don't feel, machines don't complain. They perform. Become the machine. Pain is not your enemy. In fact, pain is the greatest gift life can give to those who are willing to listen. Most people run from pain, like it's a curse. They numb it, avoid it, hide from it, and complain about it. But here's the truth no one told you. Pain is your passport to power. You don't become strong by avoiding discomfort. You become strong by walking straight into it, and refusing to let it break you. You earn your edge through the moments that hurt the most. Every great person you've ever admired, every champion, every warrior, every legend, was built by pain, not by comfort, not by privilege, not by ease, by struggle. They suffered, they lost, they bled, but they didn't cry for sympathy. They used that pain like fuel, forged it into discipline, and turned it into power. That's the difference between winners and victims. One uses pain as a weapon, the other uses it as a crutch. When life knocks you down, you've got two choices. You can whine or you can rise. Most choose the first. They play the victim. They say, "Why me?" and wait for someone to feel sorry for them. But winners say, "Try me." They stare the pain in the face and smile, because they know that pain is the process. Pain is the fire. Pain is what separates the talkers from the doers, the weak from the strong, the average from the elite. If you want to be great, you have to suffer. There's no way around it. That's the entry fee. You're going to lose sleep. You're going to get rejected. You're going to be doubted, hated, ignored, and misunderstood. Good. That's part of the game. That's what makes the win so satisfying. You don't build a kingdom without bleeding for it. You don't build an empire without walking through fire. The pain teaches you. It teaches you about yourself. It shows you who you really are when everything comfortable is stripped away. It reveals your weaknesses so you can destroy them. It exposes your excuses so you can crush them. It gives you a mirror, and most people can't handle what they see. So they retreat, they run. But those who stay in the pain, who embrace it, who study it, they evolve, they level up, they become something unrecognizable to their old selves. Stop chasing happiness. Stop chasing comfort. Chase growth. Chase discipline. Chase the pain that comes from pushing beyond your limits. Because on the other side of that pain is your power. That's the truth no one tells you. Everyone wants the success story, but nobody wants the part where it hurts. Nobody wants the nights you cry alone, or the days you feel like quitting, or the voice in your head that tells you you're not enough. But that's the path. That's the price. Pay it. You've got to rewire your brain, to crave struggle, to welcome resistance, to get excited when things get hard. Because those are the moments that separate the mediocre from the elite. Anyone can keep going when it's easy. But when it's brutal, when your back's against the wall, when you're exhausted, when nothing seems to work, and you still show up, that's when you become dangerous. That's when you earn respect, not just from others, but from yourself. Pain is not just suffering, it's transformation. Every setback is an opportunity to develop grit. Every failure is a lesson written in blood. Every rejection is redirection. You either break from it, or you build from it. And the ones who win, they build. They take the punches, the losses, the heartbreaks, and they rise again. Not weaker, but stronger. Not broken, but unbreakable. And here's the thing, the pain doesn't go away. You just get stronger. You become the kind of person who carries it differently. It becomes part of you, but not in a way that crushes you. In a way that fortifies you. That reminds you what you're made of. That gives you the confidence to face anything. Because you've already faced worse and survived. The problem with most people is they think pain is a sign they should stop. No, pain is the signal that you're growing. Just like the burn in your muscles when you train. That's not weakness. That's strength being built. That's progress happening in real time. And if you want to dominate in life, you've got to crave that feeling. You've got to become addicted to discomfort. Not because you enjoy it, but because you know it's the only path to greatness. Comfort is the enemy. It softens you. It lies to you. It tells you you're okay when you're not. It keeps you small. But pain sharpens you. It wakes you up. It forces you to adapt, to fight, to rise. So if you feel like life is hard right now, good. That means you're being tested. That means you're being shaped. That means you're being prepared for something bigger. And when you come out the other side of it, and you will if you don't quit, you'll look back and realize that the pain was necessary. It wasn't the enemy. It was the fire that melted the weakness off your soul. It was the pressure that turned you from a lump of coal into a diamond. You don't shine without the squeeze. So stop fearing pain. Invite it. Hunt it down. Turn it into your weapon. Because while the world runs from pain, you will run through it. And on the other side you'll be standing alone. Not because you're lucky, but because you were willing to do what no one else would. Remember this: pain is the price of power. Pay it willingly, pay it daily, and you will rise above every excuse, every weakness, and every obstacle in your path. You want to win, then suffer for it, and suffer well. Your energy is your most valuable currency, not your money, not your time. Your energy. You can have all the hours in the world, but if your energy is scattered, drained, or wasted, you'll get nowhere. Winners understand this. They protect their energy like a wolf guards its den. Because once you start giving your energy to distractions, negativity, laziness, and pointless talk, you've already lost the game. Energy is war. You either control it, or it gets hijacked. Look around you. How many people are living lives they hate, doing things they don't believe in, surrounded by people who drain them? Why? Because they don't realize their energy is being robbed in silence. Every scroll on social media, every conversation with a toxic person, every excuse, every wasted hour, watching other people live, it's all attacks on your power. Little by little, you become weaker, slower, dumber, and by the time you realize it, the fire inside you has gone cold. But not you. You're not here to be average. You're not here to live numb. You're here to dominate. And domination requires control. Ruthless control. You have to monitor what you give your energy to, like your life depends on it. Because it does. The phone in your hand. It can be a tool or a trap. The people you text. They can lift you or drain you. The thoughts in your head. They can build you or destroy you. You must become hyper-aware. Start by auditing your environment. Who around you is sharpening your vision? Who's pushing you to become more disciplined, more focused, more driven? If the answer is no one, you're in the wrong room. You can't build a warrior mindset around victims. You can't become strong when you surround yourself with people who hate strength. If they roll their eyes when you talk about discipline, cut them off. If they mock your ambition, remove them. You can't afford to leak energy to people who are comfortable being weak. Next, audit your habits. Every habit you repeat is either making you more powerful or more pathetic. There's no neutral. That 1 hour of scrolling, that's energy stolen. That skipped workout, energy lost. That snoozed alarm, another hit on your momentum. Small things build up. They become your identity, and your identity is what drives everything. If you want to win, you must become someone who guards their energy like a warrior, protects his sword, always sharp, always clean, never out of reach. And that includes your thoughts. Your internal dialogue is the most powerful source of energy, or the worst kind of poison. Every time you tell yourself, I can't, I'm tired, I'm not good enough, you're handing your energy over to weakness. You're training your pain to be your enemy. But when you speak strength, when you say, I'll do it anyway, this pain makes me stronger, I was built for this, you feed the beast inside. You start to move differently, think differently, execute differently. Energy doesn't just mean physical stamina. It's about clarity, intensity, and direction. Without direction, you're just burning fuel for nothing. That's why people feel tired all the time. It's not that they work too hard. It's that they're working with no purpose. Like a car revving in neutral. It sounds loud, but it goes nowhere. You need purpose. You need a clear mission. You need to know exactly what you're building and why. That's what gives your energy direction. Without it, you'll just burn out chasing things that don't matter. Let's talk about silence. Most people fear it. Winners crave it. Silence isn't empty. It's where clarity is born. When you're constantly distracted, constantly stimulated, your energy is spread thin. But when you sit in silence, no noise, no phone, no input, your mind resets. You realign. You remember what you're here to do. Build time for silence every day. Not for comfort, for power. To regain control of your mind before the world tries to hijack it. Now here's the brutal truth. Most people will never master this. They will always be tired, always distracted, always giving their best energy to things that weaken them. They'll stay stuck in the cycle, scroll, complain, repeat. But not you. You're going to rise above that, because you understand that your energy is sacred. You're going to protect it. You're going to invest it. You're going to weaponize it. Every day you wake up, you have a finite amount of energy, and how you spend it determines your life. So where's it going? Into doubt, into complaining, into comparing yourself to people who don't even know you exist, or into building, into creating, into grinding so hard that people have no choice but to respect your name. Energy must be directed. You don't just conserve. You use it like a missile, target locked,
full throttle, no hesitation. You want to build a business. Pour your energy into it like it's life or death. You want to master your body. Train with obsession. You want to be great at anything. Then every ounce of energy must serve that goal. Everything else is a distraction. And distractions are the enemies of progress. You must treat your energy like a ruthless king. If something doesn't serve the mission, it doesn't belong. Period. Cut the noise. Cut the comfort. Cut the just this once mindset. Every choice is a vote for your future. And when you stack enough votes, your destiny changes. You weren't born to live at 20% power. You weren't built to barely make it. You were built to dominate. But domination requires full energy, directed energy, controlled energy. So from this moment on, make a vow to yourself. No more leaks, no more excuses, no more lazy habits. From now on, everything you do either fuels your mission, or it gets eliminated. Simple. Because when your energy is sharp, your mind is sharp. When your energy is pure, your purpose is clear. And when your energy is disciplined, your life becomes a weapon. Not a wandering soul hoping for a break, but a focused force that bends the world in your favor. Energy is war. So act like a soldier. Fight for it, guard it, and aim it with everything you've got.